Welcome to the House at Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host and your resident tribal chief, Hammer.
Acknowledge me.
Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday wherever you guys are at. Y'all know the routine. Those that are new here, let me teach you real quick. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, reactions. Yes, another one on the fly as usual. It is Wednesday. Officially week 1 in the NFL is here. Head coach Antonio Pierce will take to the podium in about 5 minutes. They already had the rotating shield, or as I like to call it, the latest installment of As the Shield Turns. As soon as Antonio Pierce takes to the podium, we will have it live for you guys. Hope everybody, again, is doing well. Let's do a quick roll call before we get into this. Here we go. Lionel, Taino, Martin, number 1, 2, 3. Hug D's, what's good, bro? Dan Raider, R for life, Huey P, Hammer Mike. Yo, shout out to Graf last night. Shout out to him for having the patience of a saint. Me, I did what I could do. People coming in here, I'm just going to put this out here. I'm going to put it out one time. I am Hammer. I am not wasted. For those that watched last night, y'all already know that shit was insane, man. It really was. Appreciate you, Carrie. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to Jake. You guys have been watching me. This is year 4. You guys are familiar with Jake, and it's always a pleasure to have him on and talk football. Dude is straight to the point. He is unbiased. He will give you solid facts. That was the dude that talked me off the ledge when it came to Tom Telesco being our new GM. And he had some very valid points last night. So salute to him. And stay tuned because there's going to be a surprise very, very soon, courtesy of Graf. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, we will have a surprise guest on. If I remember correctly, the live is going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Pacific Time. At 6 p.m., 3 p.m., I'm sorry. We will be joined by a legend amongst Raider Nation, so stay tuned. I don't really want to give it away. If somebody puts it in the chat, I'll tell you if you're right or you're wrong. But we will have a very special guest, highly respected, highly loved member of Raider Nation, so definitely stay tuned for that. And again, we are just watching this new episode of As the Shield Turns for the Raiders press conference with Antonio Pierce. Very, very excited about this week 1 matchup as we head to LA, realistically our first home, to take battle against our AFC West rival, the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, we went through a lot of things last night in regards to the rosters, by position, who's better. I tried to say what I could say. I tried to get in what I could get in. No Diddy if necessary. But it was just, I can't even fathom. I can't even really put into words like me trying to get my point across last night. But I appreciate everybody that pulled on up, everybody that showed their support, and definitely means a lot. Let me see if I'm missing anything in here. Anthony just pulled up. What's up, my guy? Getting a whole bunch of messages right now. I'm just trying to run with it. All right. I'm just waiting for this to start. Alex Leatherwood? No, it's not. Stu? No. Randy Moss? Hell no. That dude's not a Raider. I don't care. He's not a Raider. And we do have some other stuff that's going to be coming down the pipe very soon. Again, this is week 1 that we're going into. There will be another takeover, a takeover on the shore, that is. Week 3, the home opener versus the Panthers. Those on the East Coast, stay tuned. We're going to start putting everything together for it. Definitely want you guys out there. No, I didn't get a chance to, but I heard it was a shit show. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't. It was already past my bedtime, and I had to take care of the monster among pups. Salute, Junior. Welcome in, bro. Yep, there you go, Taino. That was crazy last night with those charts. No, Nicholas, and before you even try to talk any more about that, again, Jake, a lot of you guys are familiar with. He is a very solid guy. That dude is family. Like, I was in his wedding. He is a solid dude. The other one, it was the very first time I ever met him. It is what it is. Like, we whatever. Like, I'm not even gonna talk about it again. What's done is done. Just leave it alone and don't regret it. That's the best way to go with that. Redbone, salute, salute, salute. Again, we are here watching as the shield turns. If somebody wants to, just get people to jump out of there and come on over here and actually have conversation and not watch a rotating shield. You guys will get the presser in its entirety the second Antonio Pierce touches the podium. So absolutely stay tuned for that. Right hand corner, you see where we're at. I think we hit 9K 2 weeks ago. Getting close to 9,100. I'll take it. Ultimately, I think if consistency continues, and consistency is key in this game, 15K by season's end if possible. And I'm here for it. Put some respect on my name. Hug these crap cut. Daniel Caps was good, my guy. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, Jake. There you go. See, Martin and Ugdies both. Absolutely. Much love to him. And I think we're going to try to do something. I think we're going to do something after the game, or probably the day after. It's probably going to be our Reaction Monday. We'll probably have Jake on. I'm thinking maybe doing it where we do another Fatal 4-Way. Graf, Jake, myself, and probably Joe, because Joe and I are supposed to have our show on Mondays, and I think he will be available this Monday. So absolutely, let's stay tuned for that and see if we can do it that way. I'm all for it. So glad I'm good. If you're no MSS, got him. Damn, bro, really? Black and Grayed Out is back in the chat. Wow, welcome back, my guy. Max143, what's good, bro? You're right. Damn, bro. Yeah. Look, I'm glad we got the win last night. If I remember correctly, I had 6 in a row. They're really trying to make this push to get that wild card spot. They're still a half game out, but obviously, from the womb to the tomb. And I do have a second team, and I really don't care how people feel about that. My second team is the Los Angeles Dodgers. But yeah, I want to see them get in, at least sneak in the wild card. I know they have the Braves one more time. I think they have 2 more series against the Phillies. Less than 30 games left. It's going to be a fight to the end for the Mets, and I really hope. Like, this was not a season we were even expecting them to make a push, but right now they're on the bubble, so we'll see what happens as we get to the tail end of September. But that's not what we're here for. But I appreciate it. We're just waiting for this presser. It was supposed to start at 2:45. It is now 2:49. I started setting everything up at about 2:15. Clearly, I don't mess around. I'm here. I'm here with you guys. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that are in here right now. Salute to everybody in the chat. And if you guys have questions, if you guys have any opinions in terms of this upcoming week 1 matchup, again, we're going against our rivals. I gave you guys my score prediction last night. I think it's going to be a close one. It has been a very close game when it comes to these two teams playing one another at SoFi. So I'm going with 24-19. If I remember correctly, I think Graf said 24-13, but I have a feeling that's where we're going to be, and it's going to be us with that win. I know we did the breakdown by positions. Ultimately, I think that we have the upper hand in a lot of positions. Quarterback, not so much. I'm not going to lie about that. The running back position, I do think it's us. Granted, you have they have vets as well, vets that played for the same team before. But, yeah, I don't know. Yo, hug these. No Diddy, bro. Nah, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Feels good to be back. It's been great to be back with you guys for this last month, man. Like, excuse me. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a lot of new faces, but also a lot of old faces that have been loyal from day one, and I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys that had reached out during the time that I was away. It means a lot more than you guys will ever know. So again, appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Just keeping it real. The Raiders will never win in LA, blacked out and all. We always find a way to lose in the stadium. Why you gotta be the wet blanket, bro? Lake Show, like, why? Why you gotta be the wet blanket, my guy? I think it's going to be a good game. I really do. My face is new and old. Salute to my neighbor across the pond. Whoop, whoop. Big Bent, fish and chips. Appreciate you, Martin. I'll give you a big sub, bro. Hug my guy. Keep that ditty in your pocket, king. You stupid. Richard Johnson, salute. Time to beat one hardball, bro, this week. And you ain't lying. That'd be some really interesting shit if that happened the first 2 weeks, if we just beat the hardballs. Not hardball, the hardballs. Like, that would be really, really interesting. Prayers up, prayers up, prayers up. Again, as the shield turns, again, if anybody wants to run into the Raiders YouTube chat and tell everybody to get their asses over here and actually let's have conversation. And again, if you guys have questions in terms of this matchup, if you guys have opinions, put them in the chat. I think we will open up the vault line towards the tail end, depending on how long we're on for. I already messed this up where I wanted to record this, and it's a new thing I want to do where I record this and record the audio, that is, and upload it to the podcasting platforms, and I did not hit the button, and I'm not going to do it now, as much as I could just restart and be like, hey, welcome to, I guess next one, maybe tomorrow nights, we will most definitely do tomorrow's. We will throw that up, and it will be on Spotify. I'm trying to figure out the other ones because there was an issue with it last night. But yeah, I looked down and realized it's not recording. Excuse me. Salute to the 104 in the chat. Yeah, we put the ticker back up there because for whatever reason, the button on Stream Deck does not work for whatever. So whatever. NFL Brett called you grab idiots don't want to show his Raiders. Yeah, tying on your pocket. Oh my God. This is genius. Much rather chill here than watch a shield spin for 4 hours. There you guys go. And you know what? I hadn't been on my own platform since I think last week or over the. Never mind. Pierce is here. No, stop it.
We're going to have to make some adjustments in the game, and that's what we're prepared to do.
An update on Brock Bowers, if he's going to be at practice.
Yeah, he'll be at practice, ready to go. We're good to go.
Yes,
he'll be at
no.
practice, ready to go.
You mentioned having to make adjustments. Coach, almost double-digit games now as a head coach. What have you learned the most about that process, about what it takes to pull out those adjustments in game?
Yeah, just you got to be prepared and you got to think ahead. I mean, there's a lot of things that's going to come up in this game, either through personnel, scheme, a player that, what's his role, and then you find out at halftime. And that's what we really spent the last 2 weeks on. Even before this upcoming week, going into the Niners week, we're already, kind of dialed in on the Chargers. I think for all of us as a staff, and myself included, just to keep pounding away on film and go back as far as we can. And you don't want to chase ghosts, right? You want to go back and look at the 2011 season with Harbaugh, but maybe you do, and those two gentlemen been around each other, him and Greg Roman. So with any little tidbits we can do, we got a pretty good staff upstairs that does a great job of breaking down film. And then listen, at the end of the day, you got to make the adjustments, and the players got to be able to adapt to it.
Did you guys make any team captain? Did you guys select team captains yet?
Yeah, we'll probably do it later on this weekend.
Is there a difference for you personally being a permanent coach in your first game this weekend versus the games you coached last year as an interim?
No, I'm approaching the exact same way, to be honest. I mean, when I got the interim, I wasn't trying to give it up. So in my head, I was permanent. I know what the tag said. So, no different in my approach. I do have more time prepared, though, obviously. When that happened last year, that was in a 72, 96 hour window to get ready for a game. This has been a lot different, preparing, going through a whole calendar year, going through the off season, going through training camp, just the process with Telesco as well with our roster, and really more importantly, our coordinators, right? Just coming up like, what do we want to be? What's our identity? What's our DNA? What do we want to look like and sound like when you guys watch us play on Sundays?
Coach, you talked about the respect you have for Coach Harbaugh, and you guys were both linked to this job during the offseason. Do you internalize that different from a coach's perspective now, where maybe as a player, that'd be bulletin board material, further motivate you as a player, and it's different now as a coach? Or
No, ultimate respect. If it's between me and Harbaugh, that's not a bad thing. AP standing here, though.
You mentioned Brock will be back at practice. You expect to be ready to go for Sunday?
Yeah, ready to go.
You talked about your career could have taken a much different trajectory. You thought about media at one point. What ultimately led to your decision in coaching? And also, you interned at Howard Stern many years ago. What do you remember about that?
Howard Stern? I don't think we can say it in this room. We gotta have a happy hour. No, listen. The Howard Stern deal was great. I was doing a weekly show with NFL Radio on Sirius Radio throughout the season when I played for the Giants, and after we won the Super Bowl, just talked to them about media stuff and said, I'll intern. So I did Jamie Foxx and some other ones, and then they said, what about Howard Stern? I'm like, wow, that's different. That's a different fan base, and it was cool because the first day was really behind the scenes, kind of just to get to know how everything works via radio and how Howard Stern operates in his production meetings. And then, when it got, behind the camera, it was special. But he's a dynamic individual, very sharp, very calculated in how he does things. Learned a lot from him. Kind of got me the urge to get into media. And why I got into media and why I stopped. I played in New York City, had a lot of cameras and mics in front of my face. Played with Tiki Barber and Strahan, who got into media right away as well, good friends of mine. And, when I had an injury with my neck, couldn't play no more, had a lot of opportunities. So jumped in that. And putting on makeup and looking at the camera for 8 years was pretty cool in the AC unit, but I miss being in the locker room, miss competing, missing that fire burning in my stomach, that competitive drive, and got an opportunity to coach at the high school at Long Beach Poly, and the rest is history. Then I had opportunities to go to the league several times and just wasn't ready because I had other things going on business-wise, and when the opportunity came, I went full force.
Coach, as you look at the two starts that you've had, interim against the Giants, now coming back to LA with the Chargers, has that given you any other kind of special meaning for you, being that you're facing like kind of a home team in LA, and that the first one is interim as Giants?
Now, it is cool going back home. But this is not about Antonio Pierce. This is about the Raiders. We're trying to get our first divisional win against a really good opponent who's going to be hella motivated, well coached, physical, tough. We got to bring our hard hats. So this is really not about me going back home. I get to go back home whenever I want to in the off season. So this is a business trip, and that's how we're approaching it.
Another update, Jackson Powers Johnson, is there a possibility that he could play on Sunday? Or
he's ready to go. He's practicing. We'll all see how that works out.
In the past, you've talked about your kind of welcome to the NFL moment. Do you remember your first week one as an NFL player, just kind of like what's going through your mind, and specifically like how that kind of relates to your players this week now?
Yeah, on the punt team, Tim DeWhite ran back the punt return. I thought I was going to get fired on the spot with Marty Schottenheimer. So that was my welcome to the NFL moment, even though it wasn't my fault. I'm out there with the other 10 gentlemen, but that was a little scary moment. But I think for all these gentlemen, especially our rookies and some of our young players, man, I think the cool thing about our team and our group is how they've rallied around one another and kind of set the expectations of what to expect, but you don't know what it's like to expect. Week one, I always say week one, the opening week of the playoffs and Super Bowl, those are a lot of different speeds of football. And it really shows up for some of the younger guys. And hopefully we prep them the way we prepare and practice. And I think they got some really good reps in the preseason. So now they just know be amped up a little bit, and the guy across from you is the real deal.
Talk about getting those good reps in the preseason. How excited are you to really see that starting defensive unit really come together in week one?
Yeah, it's good. I think you look at the preseason and everybody's gonna look at some negatives and things that happened, but I think more importantly, it was a great opportunity for us to gel and get those things out the way early and make those adjustments. And listen, what you think you were doing in practice, that's not working. You need to do it this way. Or did you understand what we're asking you to do here with technique-wise, or the fundamental, or what the scheme was asking you to do? So when you can put that on film, that gives us a great opportunity to teach off of that. But I am excited. It's a very motivated group in that room with Patrick Graham. It's an outstanding job. Of just now we're starting to turn that heat up a little bit, right? Now the pot's starting to boil a little bit, starting to simmer a little bit for these guys. And I trust our defensive staff to make sure we're ready to play on Sunday.
Tony, you guys place a lot of emphasis on starting the season fast.
Yes.
From your experience, what does it take to pull that off?
Start the season fast. Can't beat yourself first and foremost, especially on the road, right? If I can start there. We're on the road, can't beat ourselves. We got to handle adversity. We talked about adjustments. That's going to come up as well. Got to be penalty free there as well. Can't turn the ball over, and good third down and red zone defense. All the things that we talked about and we worked on in this offseason and what we started with. But more importantly, man, it's less is more. I've probably said that before to you gentlemen. Sometimes when you're calling the game as a coordinator or as a head coach, you want to throw everything out there in week one. And let's be realistic. You're still like in that training camp preseason mode now, right? Because a lot of stuff, not a lot of reps are there. So allow your players to play fast. Don't sit there and make it a thinking game. These gentlemen are physically of the 1% of the 1% of the world. Don't allow it to slow down mentally for them because you got all these great schemes and ideas. So allow the players to play fast. That's going to be the key for us.
Tom Telesco said that this is a completely different team than last year. In what ways would you say that they're different?
The roster, the mentality, how we're starting, the expectations. We expect to win.
You've seen in Gardner since you didn't start a quarterback 3 weeks ago.
More vocal. I think when you're battling at a quarterback position, you got two guys there that were splitting time, who was talking, who's leading the pack. And listen, it's Gardner's show. He's running the show.
On the other side of the ball, can you just talk about Christian Wilkins and what he's really added to that defensive line and what you think he'll add to the whole defense in general?
Yeah, man, listen, it's Max Crosby inside. I mean, Max shows up at 6, Christian's here at 6. Max leaves at 5, he's here at 5. You watch him practice, I mean, it's a thing of beauty when you have two of your best players that work as hard as anybody on the team. But more importantly, he's a perfectionist. I mean, he wants to prove, and we all do that when you get paid, and even myself, you get in this position, I want to prove I deserve to get this job. Well, he's already done that, and that's why he's here. But he wants to be the best. He's striving to be the best, no different than a lot of our players on the team. But what I love about him is the teammate. He's a great teammate. He's a good person, man. You see him bring over a lot of these young defensive tackles and work with them on the side. Not selfish at all. He wants to win.
In your experiences, what's the advantages or disadvantages from calling a game from the booth? And is there any conversations of having Luke Getsy upstairs or downstairs?
That's a good question. I mean, Patrick Graham's career started on the field. And last year, he made the change. And I think it was beneficial to all of us. Last year, when I took over, Bo called the game downstairs, and we moved him upstairs, and that was beneficial. So Luke is used to calling it downstairs, and I'm not going to change that until we need to.
You guys showed last 4 games of the season with Zamir, a stout running game. How important is that for that to kind of carry over day one against the Chargers?
Yeah, I mean, I think early on in the season, everybody wants to establish the run and stop the run. But I think for Zamir and our offensive line, it'd be good just to establish what we want it to look like. Coming off the rock, the wide zone, hitting the edge, hitting it downhill. Zamir came back more physical, more explosive, bigger, stronger, faster. Didn't get a lot of touches in the preseason. It's just how it worked out because of the quarterback deal, but he'll have plenty of opportunities going forward.
Probably.
Antonio, this is more an NFL question. I'm kind of curious your thoughts on the league having a game in Brazil, second game of the year, and also the emphasis more on streaming the product to fans.
Yeah, I think the Brazil game is pretty cool. I wish we were in Brazil right now. Our guys do too, but I played in the first game internationally with the Giants. We played in London. I thought that was a good experience. It's different. It was really different, but it's cool to see where the NFL wants to go. Right? We boom, America done, number one sport. But to get that international, you got to go outside of our boundaries and get that fan base going. I'm looking forward to watching those two teams play, and I think streaming is no different than what you to answer your question. Just streaming. Just look at what we got here in this room. There's only 3 cameras in the back. Everybody else has a phone. That's just where it's going now.
Coach, kickoff returns went from 82% to 74 to 57% by week 3 of the preseason. Do you expect that kind of trend to continue? Do you think teams are going to start kind of kicking it out of the end zone? And I guess, what do you expect to see from the Chargers, knowing you guys have a dangerous return game as well?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be based off. Each team's going to be different, though. Each team is be different. If you got good returners, you might not want to kick it to those guys, right? Just go ahead and spot the ball at the 30 and go play football. I think it's going to change each and every week. We'll approach it differently based off our opponent. But for us, we do like our returners, and we love to bring that ball out.
That's good.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
There you guys have it. Antonio Pierce with the weekly presser. Again, week 1 is here, man. We're a matter of days away from the start of the Raiders Regular season. Let's switch this back over. There we go. And yeah, do that. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell. Salute to the 146 in the chat. That's 146 on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on X. I know we're somewhere else. I just don't know where. It is what it is. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that are in here right now. And if you guys want to be a part of the conversation, come on over to YouTube. Come to Raider Nation News Today. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. And you see it in the top right corner. That's left. You know how this goes. This one here, whatever. 9071. We're getting closer and closer to 9100. Let's run it up. What was it talking the first minute since we missed the audio? Give me 1 second. I'll bring that back for you guys real quickly. I'll play that back just because Hug D's wanted it. No Diddy.
One.
You guys obviously know the Chargers well. They got a new coach. What do you look for when you look at Jim Harbaugh coach team?
Well-coached team, physical, get after it. Everywhere he goes, he wins. Ultimate respect for Harbaugh and what he's done in the past, both in collegiate and professional.
How much does it change the preparation process? Having obviously you know what Harbaugh's done in the past, you know what he did in college, but there's a new staff, new people in there. How much does it change that preparation process for you guys?
I think it's just a little difficult this time because we haven't seen anything on film. You know, in the preseason, he didn't play any of his starters. A lot of guys didn't show up on tape. So you got to go back in the archives, right? You got a little bit of Michigan. You got maybe some Baltimore, some Niners stuff you can look at. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to make some adjustments in the game, and that's what we're prepared to do.
An update on Brock Bowers, if he's going to be at practice.
Yeah, he'll be at practice, ready to go. We're good to go. Be at practice, ready to go.
You mentioned having to make adjustments.
All right, there you guys go. There's the minute that we missed, and yeah, I'm gonna have to add this to the soundboard next. One more time for those in the chat. No, that's not his last name. That's not his last name. Yeah, I think I should cut that and make that a soundbite, right? Yeah. Chris Gang was good. Wallace White, thank you for becoming a new subscriber to the channel. Much appreciated. There was a second one in here, but it's not showing up in the feed right now. So we got 2 more just now. I appreciate y'all. Salute to the 155 on the YouTube side of things, and appreciate everybody on the other. And have Graf say Bowers. Anthony, that's a phenomenal idea. And yes, I think we're going to have to do that. I'm going to have to get cut and combine. Yes. See, you guys are always on the same page. I love it. I'm going to have to get Graf to do that, and we will set that up the correct way. Now, Desert, I'm sorry. I did highlight this before, but then I went through it as we were doing the presser. But guys, you see it on the screen right there, right? I put this up in the community post last week. Week 1 is officially here tomorrow. Ravens battle the Chiefs, and then you have the Friday game in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the international game between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. You still have time. $10 entry for each one of them. We have the Eliminator, which you pick one team, and you can only pick that team once. If they win, you keep going. If they lose, your season's done. And we also have the pick'em, where you pick every single matchup on a week-to-week basis throughout the entire regular season. $10 entry fee. I will send you guys the password. It's a private. I put a private group together this time because there are a lot of random people. Nobody that follows any of us, anybody within Shieldmore. So I wanted to make it private. Again, it's $10 entry fee. I'll put the links up in the chat momentarily. You can send the $10 via Cash App, which is $ Hammers House, or PayPal, which I believe is at Hammers House 3, if I remember correctly. It's Hammers House 3 on PayPal. Let's get that in. I only had 1 entry so far. I really am not. Excuse me. If I don't have enough to do this, that dude's going to get his refund. And I'll flip it and just whatever. We have fun with it, whatever. But if you guys are interested, put a thumbs up in the chat, please. Whatever, like, thumbs up if you guys are interested right now. Like, that's the best thing I can tell you guys to do. And I'm pissed that I didn't put the I knew there was one thing I missed today to put in this live, which I could probably try to do now. We'll see if it works. Hold on 1 sec. Let's try this real quick. It's going to take me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry for the dead air. But this is the one thing that I always do that I totally forgot to do today. If it actually pops up on the screen, we should be good. Yeah, I got it. Somebody do me a favor. Somebody in the chat put an emoji up. Let me just see if it pops up. If it does, we're good. If not, there's always next time. There we go. The floating emojis are back in the building. And again, salute to the 136 in here right now. Demokes, no Diddy. I'm not even highlighting that, bro. No Diddy. What's wrong with you? Let me get to the community chat, and I will get this for you guys, and I'll put it in the chat for you guys that are interested. But we have to do this ASAP. Again, the season starts tomorrow. So I'd much rather have this done before kickoff of the first game. Here is copy link address. Okay. Did I do it the right way? Yeah, copy link address. I'm going to put the Eliminator one in the chat first. Damn, you guys are... I love it. I love it. I don't know if this is actually going to... I think it's... Well, I'm not going to say it because it's going to show up as a you-know-what. I'm looking at this and it's not showing up the way I want it to show up. I might have to go to ESPN and check that again. Yo, you guys are going crazy right now. I love this. This is dope, actually. That's actually pretty dope with all the flags. Let's try ESPN and I'll see if I can copy this link and see if it works. Fantasy Pigskin Pick'em. Try to pick them first. Let me look through the groups and I'll get this and I'll share it for you guys immediately. Show groups. Invite friends. Copy link. So this is the Pigskin Pick'em. Okay. All right. Here you guys go. Out the house. What's good, my guy? If it wants to actually fucking send. Oh, shit. Let's try it this way. I think the HTTP has to be in there, but I'm going to try it without and see if it works. Yeah, it might actually work here. All right, guys. There's the link right there. That's the link for the Pigskin Pick'em for those that are interested. Again, $10 entry fee, whether it being Cash App or PayPal. $10 for the Eliminator, $10 for the Pigskin Pick'em. The one that's up here right now on the screen is the Pigskin Pick'em. Well, it's not on your screen, but it's in the chat. That is the Pigskin Pick'em for those that are interested. $10 entry fee. Let me get the other one for you guys, and I want to get this done as quickly as possible. When you send it, make sure to put exactly which league it is that you are entering to join. I want to get this stuff squared away as quickly as possible. Dude, really? Come on. Why? Why would you do that? Please don't do that again. Fucking, I can't with y'all. Invite friends. Copy link. That's beyond nasty work, bro. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you taking meds this morning? I'm here. All right. Here's the second one. This is the Eliminator one. So again, guys, $10 to get you in. Yeah, see? That right there. That's dope. That other shit, come on, man. All right. That one is the Eliminator one. If you guys sent anything at all within like the last few minutes that I've been talking about this, just let me know. I'll check both of them to see where we're at. But we have to get this done as quickly as possible. And if we don't have enough, so I have a live at 6 o'clock tomorrow. If we don't have enough in by 7:30, because I think kickoff is like 8:25 Eastern time. If we don't have enough by 7:30 Eastern time tomorrow, that one person that did put their fee in, I'm refunding it and I will flip it. But you guys want to win something, right? So why not? $10 is not going to kill you. Make sure to click either one of the links. But again, it's $10 for each contest. So make sure. Take them up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, Demokes. That's a lie, bro. Tell me someone got a screenshot. I hope not, man. Y'all will figure out how to get one, though, you nasty son of a bitch. I hate you, Hugdies. Fucking hate you. Shout out to the Green Dot Gang. Laney, what's good? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. There is another thing that I should be doing right now. I haven't done yet for you guys. So let's get to that. I need to create this list first, though. Active, total. See, that. Yes, much better. Not that really weird stuff. Ugh. I'm trying. Oh my god, how do I find this now? Like, this is where I am on the front of the struggle bus because I'm trying to find something for you guys right now, and I can't find it. Unless I do it this way. Nope, that ain't it. I'm trying to find all of you guys on here, but it's not showing up. We're gonna, you know what? We will do that tomorrow. Actually, wait, see your members. This might be it right here. We have 214. Yo, you've got to be kidding me. We have 214 members of the Green Dot Gang, man. You guys want to support me? You want to keep the lights on here? The link is pinned to the very top. I'm going to have to put together a list. Brent Lewis, salute. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. I'm going to have to go through this entire list, combine everything in order to create the entry for the wheel. Export all members to CSV file. Yeah, this is going to be a process and a half. So we're going to do that probably tomorrow. I'll set it up the correct way where we can, in fact, do the the monthly giveaway for last month. And salute to all the new members that we got within the last month. Salute to my guys that were gifting out the memberships as well. Definitely meant a lot. Thank you guys so much. Like, everything matters. Everything helps right now. I really appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Hug D's, you're an asshole. Yeah, 805, we talked about it, but we've already moved on. Like, I just... What was it? What was the saying in the movie Mallrats? That's in the past, face forward, or face the possibility of shock and damage. Like, I'm already done with that. Like, I appreciate my bro having me on and was able to try to talk about the matchup, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's not forget the shit talking about the Joker said about DA this offseason. Yeah, Asante Samuel is about to get cooked. He's about to get cooked. I'm not making any bones about that. He's getting cooked this coming Sunday. I don't care. It is what it is. Raiders Unleashed. Got the beers and everything, man. Appreciate you. Salute to the 138 in here. And if you haven't already, do me a favor. Break them thumbs. Hammer that sub. Smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. We've been on for 40 minutes. From what I just gathered out of that practice, that was pre-practice. There may be another live this afternoon because, you know, during the season, for like the last 2 years, you had the pressers between whoever our starting quarterback was and Devontae Adams. So I have a feeling, I have a sneaky suspicion that after practice, we're probably going to get that presser. So we will definitely, I'm going to be here. If anything, if I get a notification, I will set it up. We will be back live. We will have the presser in its entirety for each and every single one of y'all to pull up, as opposed to watching another episode of As the Shield Turns. We don't do that over here, and you guys know that by now. Those that have been around forever with me. Yo, Hammer, who or what do you think is the X factor in this game? I think one solid matchup, Giovanni, and that's a great question. And I just mentioned it. Tay versus Asante Samuel. I do. I think that is going to be a very key matchup in the game. Also, the battle in the trenches, man. This revamped defensive line for us. This revamped offensive line. The winning only gets done in the trenches, man. So I'm here for it. Salute to S. Dot on the $20 banger. Appreciate you, bro. If we put the strongest man we have on the O-line out, do you think we would get the first down rushing on a 3rd and 3 having Miller, Pete, Powers, Munford, Glaze, Parm in a fantasy Madden world? We've talked about Pete, and I said he's definitely better suited as a guard. And right now we have Whitehair as a starting left guard, so that's really tough to say, bro. It really is. Appreciate you on the super, though, bro. Much love. It's worth having Minshew start just to listen to his pressers. Casper, it's worth having Minshew start because he's a guy that'll be able to extend plays with his legs. I talked about this a couple of times over the last 2 weeks in terms of our opponents, some elite pass rushers, in terms of Chris Jones, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, TJ Watt, Justin Matabuki, and that's just a few. He'll be able to extend the plays with his feet, and I'm here for it, man. Like, it makes sense. It was a football decision. Again, this wasn't just preseason, guys. For those that thought it was just preseason, it was not just preseason. It was mini camps. It was OTAs. It was training camp. That was all involved. Prior experience, a lot more experience than Aiden O'Connell. I know a lot of us wanted Aiden O'Connell. But again, it was their decision. And if this is what they felt is the best decision for this franchise moving forward, if this is the choice that they made that's going to help us win, there's no reason you can't get on board with it. There's no reason that you shouldn't get on board with it. Point blank, period, the end. Shout out to Hug D's on the $4.99. Don't be mad at me, dog. When you get a chance to emulate and water a friend line on YouTube, you got to take it, bang, zoom. Yo, you're such an asshole. Much love to you anyways. LV, Primo's facts. Between the two options, I'm all about Minshew 100%. There you go. Well, then you barbecue chicken. I'm calling it now. Rita Primos. Chaos, what's good, man? Tight ends versus Chargers defense will be interesting. It absolutely will be. And there's one thing that I've noticed a lot more, and this isn't just from looking at us. This is looking at other games. This is looking at other teams. This is looking at other matchups in regards to high-end or elite caliber tight ends in this league. A lot of these D ends do not, for whatever strange reason, and this is something I was taught growing up, between linebacker and D end, you do not give that dude an easy release. You need to bump him on the line. And I feel like a lot of players are doing less and less than that. And this is why these guys thrive. This is why these guys succeed on plays, especially when it comes to their route running. And I look at it from a standpoint for us, like we have a guy, and I know I'm already looking forward to next week, but like we're going against an elite in Mark Andrews, a guy that's been injured a bit recently. But you also have Likely as well over there. You got to jam those guys up. We know they have other weapons now. And again, I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself right now, but they do have weapons at the receiver position as well now in Baltimore. When it comes to this Chargers receiving core, it's sus. I know like this is all on paper right now, just like everybody is high and mighty about the Jets and they're going to win the division and this, that, and third. It's all on paper. Doesn't mean shit until you actually see the product on the field. But I'm incredibly intrigued to see, and I'm excited more than anything. Like I said, our offensive line or defensive line, we have plenty of formidable weapons on offense. Defensively, I love our linebacker room, but I'm still a little nervous about the overthinking that is Divine Diablo. And it's not an insult. It's just a fact of life. Play the game, bro. Get out of your head. Get out of your own way. Make shit happen. That's it. That's not a knock in any way, shape, or form. Our secondary, I love it. Jack, Jacorian in the sophomore year. Nate Hobbs in the slot. Trayvon Merrick. Marcus Epps. Secondary solid. That safety tandem was one of the best in the league last year. I'm here for it, y'all. I'm absolutely here for it. The run game, I want to see more of what Zeus can do. 4 games starting last year was a sample size. Rushed for over 100 yards in 2 of those 4 games. That's just a sample size. He's going to have a breakout year this year, especially with this offensive line in front of him. He's going to have a breakout year. Madison, when your number's called up, I want to see you out there on swing passes. I want to see you light people up, make plays. Juice Box, you're a rookie. Welcome to the show, kid. Do the damn thing. I'm here for it. Go out there and make Long Island look good. Show them how we do work out here. Amir Abdullah has not much to say. Third down back, he does the work when he needs to. Corey Bennett needs him to show up Sunday. I think he's going to be fine, Huey. Diablo needs to block Shed better and not look like he's tied up hostage. Like I said, he's got to get out of his own way because he's overthinking. It's clear as day, too. And I'm not... You guys know, those that have been around long enough know that I am not biased. I call everything like I see it. If you're screwing up, I'm calling you out on it. When you're doing good, you're going to get your credit where credit's due. So I don't need anybody to sit here and be like, oh, he's shitting on him, da-da-da-da. No. Because if you prove me wrong, I'm giving you credit. Everyone is picking the Chargers. Let everyone pick the Chargers. Why? Because Jim Harbaugh's there? Again, I said it last night, and homeboy got in his feelings. That's an amazing story, bro. You're in the college ranks for quite some time, and now there's some investigation among the NCAA coming after the school that you were at. Clearly, there was a reason you came back to the NFL, my guy. Great winning percentage as a head coach in the NFL. That's cool, but that was a very long time ago. The game is sped up a little bit. Who's to say that we don't see Harbaugh kind of relive what Gruden did, minus the emails, of course. Who's to say we don't see him relive that, where you're living on the past, your past accomplishments, your past accolades in the NFL as a head coach. Shit is different now, my guy. So that was the point I was trying to get across last night as it went with Harbaugh. And I couldn't get my senses in about that. I couldn't get my point across. Because people don't like to hear the truth. Sorry, not sorry. Bowers and Mayer will crush that line. I'm here for it. Chris, what's good? Ray, looking for Trey to take the top off. I'm all here for it. This ain't college anymore. The NFL has changed a lot. And for those that were in here last night, I think you guys know that that's like what I just said to you guys just now was exactly what I was trying to get across last night. And fanboy, when you talk about your team like that, that's that fanboy shit. You didn't want to hear the truth from somebody that knows the game inside and out, that knows the business. Not apologizing for that shit. Brutally honest right there. Don't give a fuck. Minshew needs to fluff his hair and make sure it looks extra majestic. He needs to activate his mullet pout. Yo, Demogs, I can't with you. That's Sean Payton all the way. That's another great example. Another perfect example. Come Sunday, chokers will find out. Chokers can't handle the truth. Look, the one person that was there last night, and you guys can never take a thing away from him. Yeah, he's a Charger content creator. He's a diehard Chargers fan, but Jake was spot on and knows his shit and can bring things to the table like a professional. And I have the utmost love and respect for Jake. I was in the guy's wedding. Like, I want to see him succeed. Obviously not against us, but with what he does as a content creator, I want to see him succeed. And salute to my big bro in the building. God damn. Yo, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he's here. The nation in this chat has a very dope idea, and I need a soundbite from you, bro. No Diddy. You have to do let me get this up. No Diddy. You have to do your Bowers. You have to do your Bowers, and we're going to do a combination with this. And we need you to do Bowers so we can make it a sound clip, bro. Are you here for it? Yes or no? Hold on. I gotta find something. Rest in peace, NFL Mike. Yo, we're going to hell, man. We're going to hell. We're bringing the brooms out versus the Chargers this year. I don't give. Look, LV, I've talked about this in regards to where I look at our division a couple of times. Like a while back, I thought about it may be split down the middle in regards to two teams. But I'm taking that back. I think we split with the Chiefs. I think it's a clean sweep for the Chargers and the Broncos. Just how I feel right now. Yo, R. Gonzalez. Stay tuned. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Jake is now the new Charger guy for the AFC West Roundtable. Salute to my brother, man. Salute to him. What time is it? It is now 3:32 on the East Coast. It's what, 12:32 on the West. We still have 138 in here, man. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that pulled up. Oh my God. Oh shit. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible. Jekyll and Hyde was good. Breaking news. Jake the Snake of the Snake Sports Talk Show / the Charger Syndicate is the replacement and representative of the Los Angeles Chargers for the AFC West Roundtable. Stay tuned, guys. Wasted said he looked. Yeah, and apparently the dude called me wasted last night while I was live. Again, for those that are in here, I am your host. I am your resident tribal chief. That's me. That's me, okay?
Acknowledge me.
Fuck. I knew it was over when he called Hammer wasted. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have been around long enough. I think everybody knows who I am, and me and Wasted do not look anything alike. I'm Honey Brown. He's a little bit darker than me. Graph on Demon Time. Yo, I think we've... love that shit. Brock Bowers back in practice today. Yep. And Ernesto, and I just said this to you guys. I'm pretty sure that was a pre-practice presser from Antonio Pierce. So I'm not going to be surprised if we get what was, I'm hoping it still is, our Wednesday weekly, where we have now Gardner Minshew and Devontae Adams at the podium after practice this evening. Again, it was an every Wednesday thing for the last 2 years where we had our starting quarterback and Devontae Adams. So obviously we're going to stay tuned for that. And I might as well just tell you guys, because I really don't I did this one time where it was like a mystery, and but tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time, we will be joined, like I said, this is a legend in Raider Nation. This is realistically a Hall of Famer. We will have Violator on live tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. If, again, another presser pops up this afternoon, I will do my best to get back in front of this camera for each and every single one of y'all, and we will do what we need to do, as we always do. Again, the growth of this channel doesn't happen without each and every single one of y'all. We are now at 9074. We're inching closer to 9100. Ultimately, let's get to 10K, 15K by season's end. We are not fucking around this season. I'm going to be on as much as I possibly can. And again, the growth of the channel doesn't happen without each and every single one of y'all. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. SoFi better be blacked out. Make those strokers cry. Chiefs dude was giving a great bedtime story on the round table. Good God. Yo, y'all are going to hell, man. Mike started doing prison workouts on the live. Yeah, I'm not watching it. I don't think I even need to watch it. You know what, though? That might make for some good TikTok videos. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Fatal 4-way? Yeah, he definitely would be. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here. We've been on for almost an hour, a little under an hour. If you haven't already on your way out, it's the only way to get the algorithm really jumping, too. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash a bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. In the house that Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Raider Nation news today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie. Raider Nation, till I die. Till next time, y'all. And as always, of course, on my New York. Oops. There you go. A little too early, but whatever. Peace, love, and positivity. Catch you guys next time. We out.
Yeah.